my name is Jyri and this is the beginning of my van life on the run. As I get started, I have no definitive idea as to where it's all going to go or for how long. However, I am approaching this new project with an open mind and a strong curiosity to simply get out there and see what I can see and to share those experiences with you. Please enjoy this initial van life on the run video where I introduce my old, new home on wheels, a 1997 VW Transporter Caravelle.
So, Jyri, what's all this about?
Well, this is my new old van, or my old new van. It's a 1997 Transporter VW, and this is basically my home on wheels now. I mean, obviously not all the time, but I'm just getting started. This is actually the first day.
Fantastic.
So it's been a long time project, or at least a dream of mine, to have a mobile home.
Yeah.
And to do it quite simply. I didn't want to go too expensive or anything like that. But I've basically got it now ready to go with the basics.
So why don't you give us a tour?
Okay. Well, the front of the van, so nothing there. But what you can see inside there is I've got like a couch, but the bottom of it pulls out, and so that's a bed. And everything I've stored underneath in 32-litre containers, so that's my clothes and bed sheets and all of those sorts of things. And I've got water containers, and I've got containers if you want to have a look through there in the back. There's also for my food stuff and all of those sorts of things. And then I've got 6 sets of curtains, which I got from Amazon, which are all around the windows, because with this Caravelle version, you've got the windows all the way around. And so they can be closed off at night time, and the windows are tinted, but then from the inside, I can also get it pretty much completely dark. So
nice.
I've got everything I need now just to basically get the journey started. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of things that I'm going to update, like probably here. I'm going to have like a cabinet, and then I can put the water containers under there. I might just open up the back so you can come and have a look here. So everything's just been stuffed in at the moment because I don't have any shelving put in. But for example, in this spot over here on this panel, there's going to be a fold-up table, so I can use that as a seating area to maybe do some work or put a laptop and watch some TV or Netflix or whatever, that kind of thing.
Nice.
Because the window's all the way around, I'm not really going to put any like fixed shelving or anything like that, because it's just going to be too much of a hassle. But I will be putting like hanging baskets and things like that, so I'll be able to store things along the sides. But yeah, it is what it is at the moment. Everything that I need is here. Doesn't look beautiful, but it's very functional, and I'm happy with it. It's definitely more comfortable than sleeping in a tent, that's for sure.
Fantastic.
And I get to carry everything around with me, and probably the most important thing is the portable toilet.
The loo.
Yeah, totally unused yet. All right, but that's going to come to good use, I'm sure, at some point. And got a gas cooker here. All of that stuff in there is my tent and hammock stuff. So if I do want to actually get off out of the van and maybe be by a lake or something, and then I can just be outdoors a little bit more, but I can obviously transport that with me. And yeah, so that's pretty much the tour. Probably the other thing I'll just say is that these panels here, they're going to be covered with kind of like a felt material to make it a little bit nicer, and all of the panels around the bottom part are going to be opened up, and I'm going to put insulation in there, and also with the roof paneling up here, so that it'll be able to handle a lot more of the colder conditions. And obviously here in Finland, it's not going to be quite ready for winter in Lapland with minus 30 or something like that. But the aim is this year, at the end of the year, around sort of Christmas time, is to go for a long road trip to Portugal. So that'll be totally fine for mid and southern Europe with the insulation, everything put in. So this is where it all begins, starting today. So I'm sort of, I left Turku. And so I've already driven a couple of 100 kilometers here past Tampere, and I'm going to be continuing on to central Finland, and I'm on my first initial, I guess, maiden voyage of 2 weeks, and I'm going to be visiting a lot of the national parks.
All right.
And so that's my goal right now, just to get used to it, get a bit of a feel for van life for the next 2 weeks, and just learn as I go. And I think probably the main thing is that obviously everything that I have in there I'm going to need. But I haven't worried about any kind of updates and stuff. And the reason is that following a lot of the YouTube channels for van life people. Some of them have done really amazing refurbishments and renovations, but it just felt like to me that they spent more time fixing the van up and not actually being on the road and experiencing the travel. So I'd rather do it the other way, which is it's functional, it works, and I'll learn as I go. And then if I really feel the need that I need to add something or change something, then I'll do it when the time comes, rather than just have some like idea already in advance about what I'm going to need.
Based on your experience.
Exactly. So I'd rather let the experience speak for itself and just figure it out as I go. So
fantastic. So next up, Jyväskylä.
Yes, Jyväskylä, which is a town that I studied my master's degree in a long time ago now, and also a town north of that which is called Saarijärvi, where I lived for a little while as well when I was working as a physiotherapist, and even a little bit past that is a national park called Pyhähäkki, and that's actually the first national park that I ever visited in Finland, so I'm looking forward to revisiting that, and it's got a lot of old growth trees and things like that, so that's going to be absolutely fascinating to do that. And but yeah, again, you could have this kind of set schedule and route, and I don't want to do that at all. I just all I know is I'm headed towards central Finland, but maybe along the way I take a detour. So all I know is I've got 2 weeks time now, and I'll just fill it in with whatever happens. And tonight I have no idea where I'm going to be sleeping, except I'll be sleeping in there, but I don't know where this thing's going to be. So
fantastic.
And probably just one other thing I'll just say is that the bed that's in there, that's actually the centerpiece. I'd actually bought that like a year ago, and it was when I just suddenly had this idea, I want to do van life, right? And I didn't have a van, and I started to look on like an online, I guess, used goods forum or something like that. And I thought, well, what do I need for a van? And of course I need to sleep in it. So I looked for a couch bed. And as it turned out, in the neighbouring suburb to where I lived, there just happened to be one available. Got it for €50. And the guy even dropped it off to me at home. So I had the bed, and all I had to then do is get the van to put around it. And now I just got the van not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago. Well, the dream's now a reality, and now it just starts to unfold. So.
Did you actually have to do alterations to the van itself?
Yeah, well, I actually got the van for just a little bit over €1,000, but it needed to have the gearbox fixed, and otherwise it was in pretty okay condition. In fact, even though it's a 1997 Transporter, it's only got like 170,000 kilometers on, so the engine's actually in really good condition. But basic things like getting the brake pads changed, that kind of stuff, so that had a really good service on it and so forth. So probably I'd say another 2,000 went into it, so in a grand total of €3,000 for the mechanics of everything. And then there's a few small little things like maybe opening handles and things like that, but they're more like, they're not affecting the functionality of the car, and those things I can worry about later on, but it gives the van character, I think.
The quirks.
I think so, yeah. But yeah, so I'm here at, what's this place called?
Murole.
Murole, yeah, so this is the Murole channel, which we just passed, but this is a nice recreational area, and maybe you can see the lake in the background. So this is the fun of having a van, is that you're going to be visiting places like this, and you can just park overnight and wake up every morning and be in a different place and so forth. So
very good.
Yeah, so this is it. I haven't given her a name yet. It's still, I'll just call it the new baby, and I'll christen it probably in 2 or 3 weeks time, because I'm going to get different registration plates for it, so it'll probably go according to that. But
very
have
good.
wheels, will travel.
All right, so updates will follow.
Definitely.
Excellent.
All right, thanks.
Thanks.
All right. I hope that you'll come along with me on this journey and to support my efforts. The best way that you can do that is to simply subscribe to this channel, and of course to view, like and share my active lifestyle videos, be they about these new van life adventures, my long distance cycling, Camino and running exploration videos, or any other random ones that I might occasionally throw into the mix. Thanks, and I'll catch you again in the next one.